8:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by J. Yogaraj, read by Soundit Thavam. The President appoints 12 new High Court judges. Minister Sarath Veerasekara says the State Intelligence Service should be strengthened to protect the country. State Minister Lasantha Alagiyawanna says it is the duty of the Consumer Affairs Authority to protect the national products to strengthen the economy of the country based on the Vistas of Prosperity concept. Isolation in the Bondupiriya Gramanila division lifted. Sri Lanka reports 539 new COVID-19 infections. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga says steps to vaccinate 57% of Sri Lanka's population by March. In news overseas, the UN says at least 20 peacekeepers injured in central Mali attack. In sports, England won the first test against India by 227 runs. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa today handed over letters of appointment to 12 new High Court judges at the Presidential Secretariat. The new High Court judges who received letters of appointment were NK.DKI Nanayakara, District Judge; R.L. Godavela, District Judge; V. Ramakamalan, District Judge; U.R.V.B. Ranatunga, District Judge; S.H.M.N. Lakmali, Additional District Judge; D.G.N.R. Premaratna, District Judge; W.D. Vimalasiri, Additional District Judge; M.M.M. Mihal, Chief Magistrate; Mahi Vijayavira, District Judge; I.P.D. Lianage, Additional District Judge; J. Trotsky, District Judge; N.A. Suwandurugoda, Senior State Counsel. Minister Sarath Veerasekara says the State Intelligence Service should be strengthened to protect the country. The minister further said public security vigilant groups are being formed in every village. Meanwhile, the minister said 251 suspects are in police custody in connection with the Easter Sunday attack incident. Strategic planning should be carried out in order to prevent the COVID-19 virus from entering the society through tourists who visit the country, whilst ensuring the prevention of the virus from transmitting to the tourists from the community, said the Minister of Tourism, Prasanna Ranatunga. Accordingly, the minister stated that health regulation should always be followed and steps should be taken to vaccinate the people of this country as a practical measure against the aforesaid concern. The minister emphasized on the above, taking into consideration the time-consuming factor faced by tourists having to undergo PCR tests and a long quarantine period on arrival. Thus, measures have been put into effect in order to vaccinate 57% of the total population by March, said the minister at the Consultative Committee on Tourism, which met yesterday. Member of Parliament Varuna Lianage brought to light the issue related to the Dahayagala Elephant Pass in Udawalawe, located between the Udawalawe National Park and the Bogapitiya proposed forest reserve, identified as a place of importance as it is a decisive route for elephants. The MP pointed out that as a result, elephants in the said forest reserve are under threat due to the illicit clearing of these areas. In consideration of the above, Minister Ranatunga emphasized that elephants are a source for the country's tourism industry and that the forests and the wildlife should be protected, which are major tourist attractions. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
People's Bank introduces the Parinatha Vishrama loan scheme to honour and empower pensioners.
Isolation orders in 771 Bondupiriya Grama Niladari division in the Mathugama Divisional Secretariat has been lifted with immediate effect. The head of the National Operations Centre for the Prevention of COVID-19 Outbreak, Army Commander General Shavindra Silva, announced this in a media release issued today. Sri Lanka's confirmed COVID-19 cases count saw an uptick today, February 10th, as 539 more persons were tested positive for the virus. With the new development, the total novel coronavirus cases detected in the country has increased to 71,750. As per statistics, 5,736 active cases are still under medical care at selected hospitals and treatment centres. However, 65,644 persons who were infected with the virus have been discharged on returning to health. In the meantime, the death toll due to the virus outbreak stands at 370. That's local news.
People's Bank introduces the Parinatha Vishrama loan scheme to honor and empower pensioners.
අපේම දරුවෝ වගේ අපට සැලකිල්ල.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
State Minister Lasan Talagiyavana says it is the duty of the Consumer Affairs Authority to protect the national products to strengthen the economy of the country based on the Vistas of Prosperity Election Manifesto. The present government, for the first time in history, has released a reduced price list of 27 varieties of essential goods. The main objective is to provide the consumers quality goods at a nominal rate. This will reduce the cost of living burden on the general public, the minister added, and came to you in the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Moving on to Watchlight, the residents and motorists of the Colombo city limits complain certain main roads and inner roads are impassable due to the dilapidated condition of those roads. The situation becomes worse during rainy days. Sudden excavation work on the main roads also make the situation worse. This is for the attention of the RDA, City Traffic Police and the Colombo Municipal Council and came to you in Watchlight.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In world news headlines, the UN says at least 20 peacekeepers injured in central Mali attack. Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine seeks registration for emergency use in Thailand. Iran begins inoculations with Russian vaccine. At least 20 peacekeepers were injured on Wednesday morning in an attack targeting their camp in central Mali, said Olivier Salgado, spokesperson of the United Nations Multidimensional Integrated Stabilization Mission in Mali, MINUSMA. Caught around 7 a.m. this morning, a temporary MINUSMA base in Kerina, located near Donstua, was the target of direct and indirect shooting. During the attack, and according to a provincial assessment, some 20 peacekeepers were wounded uncaught, said Salgado. According to another anonymous source within MINUSMA, the injured peacekeepers belonged to the Togolese contingent. Thailand's Food and Drug Administration, FDA, said on Wednesday that US company Johnson & Johnson is seeking to register its COVID-19 vaccine for emergency use in Thailand. The FDA said there are 3 companies that have requested the vaccine emergency use authorization in the Southeast Asian country, with the other 2 being AstraZeneca and China's Sinovac Biotech. The FDA said the emergency use authorization in Thailand has a period of 1 year, and the side effects after use must be followed up to evaluate the vaccine's safety. Coronavirus vaccinations have begun in Iran, a country with the highest death toll from the virus in the Middle East. Medical workers were first in line to get the jab, as inoculation started yesterday in the capital of Tehran. People are receiving the Sputnik V vaccine developed by Russia and imported earlier this month. President Hassan Rouhani witnessed the start of the vaccination campaign online. Back to the headlines of the world news. The UN says at least 20 peacekeepers injured in central Mali attack. Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine seeks registration for emergency use in Thailand. And Iran begins inoculations with Russian vaccine.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
Moving on to development news, State Minister Lasantha Alavigayavanna says a few Gazette notifications on control prices based on the Consumer Affairs Authority were made null and void in the past due to non-compliance of the present system. The State Minister further said that Gazette notifications in connection with consumer goods were made invalid in 2016, 17 and 2020. These decisions were taken at that time with the sole objective of safeguarding the consumers. The main objective of the present government is to provide quality goods at a nominal rate. That came to in development news, and moving on to sports. England won the first test against India by 227 runs. England batted first and made 578 in their first innings and 178 in their second essay. India, in reply, made 337 in their first innings and were bowled out for a mere 192 in their second innings. With this win, England lead the four-match series 1-0. England captain Joe Root's match-winning 218 in the first test against India has taken him to number 3 in the ICC Test batting rankings, while Indian captain Virat Kohli has slipped to number 5. Root, who came into the tour on the back of an incredible run in the 2-test series in Sri Lanka, where he scored 426 runs, made a double century on the second day of the test in Chennai and helped England pile up 578 runs. He followed it up with a quick 40 in the second innings to stretch England's lead, which eventually helped them to go 1-0 up in the four-match series and kept them in contention for the World Test Championship final.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Gulf Air, the national carrier of the Kingdom of Bahrain, announces that it will resume its direct operations to and from Colombo's Bandar Narca International Airport with 2 weekly flights starting from February 15, 2021 on its new Airbus A320neo aircraft. Gulf Air has been operating direct flights between the Kingdom of Bahrain and Sri Lanka since 1981, and it is one of the airline's main destinations in the Indian subcontinent region. Being one of the few airlines that never stopped flying in 2020, Gulf Air continuously works closely with the government authorities across its network to resume operations as demand for travel grows. That's business news. Economic news up next.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
Economic News. Courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. It will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Sri Lankan Trade Information Portal was launched yesterday. The portal helps to provide importers and exporters with trade-related information that is curated by the Department of Commerce under the Trade Ministry and the International Trade Centre. The portal's design and functionality are to suit the government's trade policy, which is centred around the upliftment of rural livelihood through international trade in primary products, and came to you in economic news.
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
On to the weather report to conclude. The Met Department says thunder showers are located at a few places in the Sabaragamu province and in the Gaul, Matara and Kalutara districts after 2 p.m. tomorrow. Mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere over the island. Fairly strong gusty winds up to 50 kilometers per hour can be expected in the northern, north-central, northwestern and eastern provinces, Hamadara district and in the eastern slopes of the central hills. Misty conditions can be expected in the central, Sabaragamu and Juba provinces and in the Gaul and Matara districts during the morning hours too. This weather report was published this evening at 7:30 p.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. To conclude this bulletin of news, a recap of the headlines. The President appoints 12 new High Court judges. Minister Sarath Veerasekara says the State Intelligence Service should be strengthened to protect the country. State Minister Lasantha Alagiyavanna says it is the duty of the Consumer Affairs Authority to protect the national products to strengthen the economy of the country based on the Vistas of Prosperity concept. Isolation in the Bundapere Gramnilal division lifted. Sri Lanka reports 539 new COVID-19 infections. Minister Prasanna Ranatunga says steps to vaccinate 57% of Sri Lanka's population by March. The UN says at least 20 peacekeepers injured in central Mali attack. And England won the first test against India by 227 runs. That concludes tonight's news broadcast.